Hi everyone, Jake here for FMSCOUT, and bear with me a few seconds whilst I run a quick announcement past you all. Basically, we need your help. You may or may not have noticed that the FMSCOUT channel has not existed for the past week or so. At the time of recording, it still doesn't exist, but I'm hoping that eventually the channel will come up and we can put this video out. But basically, YouTube took down our channel because of some content that was put out a week or so ago during a period when we were hacked. So it wasn't us that posted this content. From then we went ahead and rectified the hack, but then a few days later YouTube came in and shut down our channel. Now we're appealing this, and if this video is out, as mentioned, it means that we've sorted it, we've got the channel back, but we don't know how this ban from YouTube is going to affect the channel as a whole. So we really need your guys' support on today's video. If you could be absolute legends and just hit the like button, put anything in the comments down below, whether it's about this amazing player that we're looking at today or, you know, what you had for dinner, anything will help in the YouTube algorithm. So hopefully we can get off to a great start here on the channel and it will be smooth sailing from here, I hope. If you want to know more about what happened with the hack situation, there's a whole video on my personal channel which I'll link in the description down below. We had to use that because the FMSCOUT channel was down. But with that being said, thank you for anyone who does show your support. Hopefully everything will be good from here. And with that being said, let's go and take a look at this phenomenal Wonder Kid. Hi everyone, Jake here for FMSCOUT and welcome to another episode of Wonderkid to Superstar. It's the series where we take a Wonder Kid in FM23, put them to the higher end of their potential range to see just how good they can become. And today's player is a real gem. Not only is he the son of one of the best footballers of all time, he has a fixed potential. He's a monster right out of the gates, like without any development, he looks very good. He's also cheap and will be in the majority of your saves, but stick with us in this simulation as I show you how we make this player that looks good into a player that performs exceptionally well on the pitch. So with that being said, let's go find the player, and for once, he's already at the club that we're managing. So you want to head over to Real Madrid in Spain, of course. I don't know why I'm telling you where Real Madrid is, like none of you will know. But yes, we're going over to Real Madrid, and then we're going to head to their squad, go to all players so you can see everyone in the B team, in the under-19s, whatever it might be. And somewhere you will find this guy. His name is Theo. He's a central midfielder / attacking midfielder who plays for Real Madrid's B team, I believe, and he's 20 years of age at the start of your saves, so older than some of the Wonder Kids that you might usually deal with. And you also might notice his star ratings don't look great right now, but I've always said don't trust these star ratings, and you'll see exactly why later in the video, because I think they're a really poor judge of a player, and this will completely change as time goes on, I guarantee you that. But currently, he starts off as apparently only a 1.5 star player, a maximum of 2.5 star potential supposedly, with a contract that's expiring in your first season. So keep an eye on him because you can get him for quite cheap because of this contract expiring issue. He's wanted by Porto in this save, but let's take a look at his attributes. So Theo is a 6'8" midfielder, which already makes him a little bit of a monster, who has some fairly good attributes in a few areas: jumping reach, strength, natural fitness, and acceleration. The others do need some work. Mentally, he's got great leadership, vision, flair, and he is lacking in some areas, but also very good in others. But clearly the best side of Theo's game is his technical attributes. In these areas, he's beyond some of the players that are 5-6 years ahead of him, with amazing technique and passing, good at penalties too, great long shots, free kicks, first touch as well, dribbling, corners, finishing. He is a set piece whiz. Now, if you look at his face and take away the hair, so imagine he's bald, you might realise whose son this is. So let's go and take a look at his information. You can see his father is none other than Zinedine Zidane. Now, he has a few sons, I think, that play for Real Madrid. Some of them might have moved by now. So you've got Lucas Zidane out at Eibar. Enzo Zidane is at a team whose name I'm not going to try and pronounce there. And we also have Elias Zidane, who is a 16-year-old playing in the under-19s. However, Theo is by far, in my opinion, the one with the most potential. And speaking of potential, as he is a little bit older, he has a fixed potential ability rating, meaning in every save you load up, he will have this potential ability of 151, which won't seem like a crazy number. Usually we look at players at 170, 180, but bear with me because Theo is going to blow you away, and he is incredible in this simulation. But how are we going to get him to play so well? Well, the first thing is his training, of course. Now, I could have made him any role really in these two midfield slots, whether it was an enganche, a shadow striker, a trequartista, an advanced playmaker, a deep line playmaker, whatever. But if you've watched these videos before, you know I love a good mezzala on the attack duty, and Theo is going to be leading the charge from our midfield, being asked to get into those forward positions, and I'm sure with his attributes he'll be put on a fair few set pieces as well. I'm going to force the game to play him as often as possible whilst we simulate, and we're going to be focusing in on his position of the mezzala on the attack duty with no other additional focus and double intensity. Now you're not going to see improvements straight away, like massive improvements like with other Wonderkids straight away for Theo, because he is older and he's missed some of those key development years. But throughout the course of your save, he will get better and better and constantly keep improving and become a top tier player. One thing that I would definitely suggest for Theo though, is because he only has a balanced personality and 12 determination, go to the training section to mentor him and make sure that he's being mentored by some of the better mental personalities at the club. We've got Modric, Nacho and Benzema rubbing off their influence onto our young lad Theo in the hopes that he will become the talent anywhere near that his dad was, because if he does anything close to his dad's level, he is going to be a phenomenal player. But first, let's see him in a couple years' time to see how he's getting on after his first few seasons at Real Madrid, playing in their first team. Can he develop into the player that we believe he can? So we're here in 2025. I believe 3 or so seasons have passed now, and even though I've just clicked this wrong button here, we are going to go and have a look at Theo to see how he's getting on. So here he is. He's now 23 years of age, and you can see he is developing very well now. His current ability rating is 129 at this point, which means he's still got another 20 or so points to get even better, but he's certainly starting to develop into a player that could compete in a Real Madrid side. We'll start off with his physicals, where there's been a lot of growth recently. Jumping reaches up, he's quicker and more naturally fit. His stamina and strength is there as well. He's got everything he needs other than some agility, but again, he's 6'8". He's a bit of a monster in that midfield. Vision, teamwork, positioning, off the ball, leadership, determination, flair, decision making, everything you'd want is at a good level. The only issue would maybe be his concentration. His work rate is also slightly worrying, but I don't think anyone's going to make him this defensively minded midfielder because he can't tackle, he can't mark, he's got no work rate. So let's just focus on the attacking side of his game, where he's got exceptional technique and penalty taking, passing, free kicks, first touch, off the charts. Everything else has gone up too, his crossing, his dribbling, his finishing and his corners. And if I pull up the attribute analysis graph for you, you can see he's very balanced in the technical and vision side of things and can really create some chances for your attackers. Now again, his value probably doesn't look great. He's only on £1,600 a year, and you might look at him and think he isn't a very good player. Well, I'd say you would be wrong, because his attributes are phenomenal, and in-game, he certainly performs. Now, trust me, after this point, it's going to get a lot better, so do stick with me. But in his first season, he played 38 times, scored 14 goals, and had 16 assists. That's 30 goal contributions in 38 games. A phenomenal first year. After that, I feel like he might not have got registered in the second season because he only played 3 games with 1 goal across the course of the season. And then the season after, he plays 21 times with 5 goals and 8 assists. Still okay, but not as good as that original first season, but always hitting over a 7 average match rating. But remember, at this point, he's only 129 current ability, and the chances are you won't be signing him for Real Madrid. You'll be signing him for, say, a low-level Premier League club, and you'll slowly watch him become the mastermind in your midfield. Like I say, he's going to get a hell of a lot better yet. If we do look at his progress reports, go by attributes and all time, you can see he's starting to develop, particularly in those mental areas and also his technicals as well. His personality didn't change, but I believe his determination has gone up by a few. But now we're going to see him at the peak of his career in his mid to late 20s, so we can see just how good Theo Zidane can become. And our Real Madrid side have won the league in 2029, and I can tell you, Theo Zidane is on another level now. Like, the way he's developed has been exceptional. You already see he's on 3.5 stars, but let's take a look at this phenomenal player. Now, I'll let you sit there and take a look at those attributes quickly, whilst I'll let you guys know that I do have my own channel linked in the description if you want to check it out. We've got some Football Manager rebuilds and a new series on the way, so come over, subscribe, but let's get back to Theo Zidane, who, I mean, they are some incredible attributes, aren't they? For a 6'8" midfielder, he's now got appearances for the French national team. If we start off with his physicals, he's very good in the air, he's fairly quick as well, very good acceleration, strength and stamina, very, very well balanced in the midfield. Technically, he is phenomenal now, with great flair, leadership, vision. His composure and anticipation is also exceptional. His technique has only got better. He's one of the best passers in world football, with incredible set piece technique, a beautiful first touch, the same as his dad. And I mean, everything else is also at a very, very nice level. If we highlight what he needs for that Mezzala role, you've basically got the perfect player, and at 27, this man has done wonders for this Real Madrid team. Remember when we saw him before? He was playing okay, but not amazing. Well, straight after that season, he hit us with 31 goal contributions in 38 games. The season after, he gets 32 goal contributions, and then it gets stupid. He ends up hitting 20 goals and 31 assists in only 38 games. That's 51 goal contributions from the centre of midfield in 38 appearances in La Liga alone. And now some of them you will see are penalties, but even then it's only half or so of his goals. So, I mean, that's phenomenal. The assist is the big thing though for me, creating so many chances for his strikers, and then it's 34 goal contributions in the following season. This man is on fire and playing very, very well, but I have a simulation at the end of his career, so let me quickly switch to that. And he definitely keeps it up. He consistently hits goals and assists throughout the rest of his career, always over a 7.4 average match rating, and in his most recent season still hit 35 goal contributions at the grand old age of 31. Now I could definitely go further with Theo Zidane here, but I decided to stop it at this point because there's no more growth. And there you go, a true football manager bargain who you can get for very cheap, or maybe even on an end of contract deal, the son of a former great who can turn in to a phenomenal midfielder. Because of his price and how well he plays, I'm going to give him a 9.5 out of 10. Let me know what you thought of him in the comments down below, and don't forget, if you could show your support and smash that like button for us and subscribe and drop a comment, anything to help us get back in the algorithm. Everyone here at FMSCOUT would massively appreciate it. Hopefully from here on out the channel will be okay. It's been a bit of a nightmare, to be honest. Like I've said, at the time of recording, the channel is still gone, but I'm just crossing my fingers that it will come back and we can release these videos. So yeah, fingers crossed. Hopefully you all have an amazing day, and I'll see you next time. Thank you and goodbye.